The Women's Forum of New York has been paying it forward for more than 20 years through scholarships for women's education. Their education fund gives women a second shot at a college diploma. Joining me is the organization's very first scholarship recipient, Lucia Cepriano, and the president of the Education Fund, Beverly Beaudoin. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
Wonderful to be here.
And wonderful to talk to you about this scholarship opportunity. Tell us about the scholarship and the Women's Forum.
I'd love to. The Women's Forum fosters women's leadership by bringing together and connecting preeminent women in diverse fields so that we can enrich our lives both personally and professionally and have an opportunity to connect on issues we care about. We extend our platform of leadership through our CEO Council, which fosters women's leadership on corporate boards, through the activities we have for our membership, and last but not least, through the Education Fund. We believe it's extraordinarily important to always look for ways to foster women's leadership, and by focusing on women over 35 who have had to overcome diversity in their lives or had their education derailed by some type of adversity and have the wherewithal to go back to school and support them and help them and get an education and pursue their career, that's an extraordinary way for us to give back and to really help develop other women leaders.
Now, Lucia, tell us about your situation when you decided you wanted to go back to college. Where were you in your life, and how is the scholarship, where has it taken you?
At the time, I was a single mother. My marriage had broken up. I did not have certainly a lot of resources. I was literally living from hand to mouth and trying to raise my two children while trying to get an education. I was not encouraged, or it was not thought that I was pursuing the right thing in going to school. The common thought was that, you know, just get a job, you know, work at a supermarket, work at a drugstore, get a job because you need to support yourself. And I knew that that would have been a temporary fix. If I had gone that route, I would have stayed exactly where I was for the rest of my life. And not only that, I would never be able to give my daughters, my two children, the life and the opportunity that I so much wanted them to have.
What did you study, and where are you now today?
I went to school. First, I started out as an English major, wound up with a bachelor's degree in biology, and then went on to get a PhD in neuroscience and physiology. It was a lot of hard work. I credit myself with being able to take that hard work, but I also had a lot of opportunities. And one of those opportunities was just deciding one day to apply for the Women's Fund Educational Award, which was really marked a pivotal turning point in my academic career, and really did set me on the path of where I am today.
How do you choose? I'm sure you hear so many women who really want to go back to school. How do you choose somebody like Lucia? How do you know that they have the right stuff?
Well, it's really interesting. I just have to say, I've seen Lucia on so many occasions and events, and her story really is truly exemplary of our mantra: educate a woman, impact generations. And you're right, the decision is very, very hard. We have a selection committee headed by Amita Hill, one of our PhDs, and she has a dynamite committee that combs over applications. And we look for the stick-to-itiveness. We look for the dynamism. It's not an easy process, as any financial aid process is. There's an interview. There's the opportunity to write an essay. Given that these women have taken the first step to go to school, we already have an indication of their academic prowess and the area that they want to go into. So it's combined as any, again, financial aid opportunity would. There's a very, very significant criteria that we look at, and in the end we always seem to get those folks who have that drive and that passion to get their education and pursue their careers.
I do want to say I was the first recipient. I don't know whether I would have been a recipient if I had to compete with the women who came after me. And I say that in all honesty. I had the opportunity. I go back whenever I can to their award ceremony, so I have had the numerous opportunities to meet recipients of this award who came after me.
Tell me about the Elly Award. That's one of the awards that you give, right?
Yes, the Elly Award has become our signature event to help fund our educational activities. So this is the first year that we're doing the Elly Awards, and they're being given to outstanding women leaders. Our two recipients this year are Evelyn Lauder, who's the founder and chairwoman of the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, and Diana Taylor, who's currently a managing partner at Wolf & Sohn Fund Management and a former chairwoman of the New York State Banking Board. So the Elly Award represents the spirit of women helping women, women giving back to other women, and women believing that women's leadership comes from other women getting together, sharing their ideas, their experiences, and their influence to really become the future leaders of tomorrow. So the two recipients are exemplary of what we stand for, and it's just one part of our whole leadership package and promulgating our education
and a
fund.
great networking opportunity for everyone involved. So thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
My guests once again, Lucia Cepriano and Beverly Beaudoin. And